Puffing, puffing along, shot and shoving. Whistles blowing that song over Sodor. Working under the sun, see them chopping, puffing, bubbling, boiling, shot and shoving, rocking and rolling. Ground gonna quake, rumble and shake. Hear the engines coming. Everybody stop, everybody wait. Hear the engines coming. Ground gonna quake, rumble and shake. Hear the engines coming. Everybody stop.
Thomas and Friends, Wooden Railway Originals, Episode 28, Daisy's Daisychain. Thomas's branch line was very busy. After falling in the sea, Thomas was sent to the works to be repaired. Percy and Toby had to do Thomas's work as well as their own. There were too many passengers and goods. One morning, Sir Top Hat gathered Percy and Toby at Farquhar Sheds. Percy and Toby and Sir Topham Hatt were waiting patiently until they heard a hum of a diesel engine that they didn't recognize. Just then, a diesel oiled into the yard right beside Percy. "Now this is Daisy," said Sir Topham Hatt. "The diesel rail car. She'll be taking passengers and freight and be sleeping here at Farquhar Sheds. She'll also be working on Thomas's branch line." Toby decided to introduce himself. "Hello there, I'm Toby. I'm the tram engine, the only steam tram on the island of Sodor." "Why, hello, Toby. Nice to meet you, too. I'm Daisy." Percy also decided to introduce himself. "Hello there, Daisy. I'm Percy. Nice to meet you." "Nice to meet you too, Percy. Now, you three, behave yourselves and be really useful engines. Get to work." "Yes, sir," said Toby. "Yes, sir," said Percy. "Yes, sir," said Daisy. Percy set off with the dairy cars. Toby coupled up to Annie and Clarabelle and Henrietta, and Daisy coupled up to an extra coach in the yard. And then Toby left the yard with Daisy following him. Later, Toby and Daisy arrived at a junction. "Toby, what station do I go to next?" asked Daisy. "You'll go to Farquhar, and I'll go to Knapford. But be careful on your way, because the turns are very sharp," Toby said. "Okay, Toby. I always swagger around swerves. It isn't very hard," Daisy said. Then Daisy oiled away to go to Farquhar. Soon Daisy arrived at Farquhar to pick up passengers. The station master stepped out of the station. The station master then walked over to Daisy. "Daisy, you are to go to Knapford. An engine named Holly will be waiting there to meet you. You are to exchange passengers there, and Sir Topham Hatt needs to talk to you." "Yes, sir," Daisy said to the station master, and then she went back to the station. Daisy was rolling along the countryside. "It's so beautiful outside. There are daisies everywhere," she said. Daisy soon arrived at Knapford Station. engine with gold lining was sitting there with 2 coaches. Hello there, I'm Daisy. Are you Holly? Daisy asked. Hello, Daisy. I am Holly. Nice to meet you. Toby told me about you. As Daisy and Holly talked, the passengers switched and rearranged to get in their coaches to get to the right destination. Hey, Holly, are there any other female engines on the island of Sodor? Well, there's me, you, and then there's Lady, and that's it for now. Okay, Daisy said. Then Holly's guard blew the whistle. Goodbye, Daisy. It was nice talking to you, Holly said. Then Holly puffed away. Then Sir Topham Hatt walked up to Daisy. Daisy, you are to go to Ulfstead Station, Sir Topham Hatt said. Yes, sir, Daisy said. A few minutes later, Daisy's driver started her engine and she left. Daisy was riding along the countryside again. She could still see daisies everywhere. This time she stopped to admire them. The passengers and the guard also got out of Daisy to admire the flowers. Then after a few minutes of admiring the daisies, the passengers reloaded Daisy. And Daisy headed off to Ulfstead Station. Later, Daisy arrived at Ulfstead Station. She was mesmerized. Ulfstead Station was shining and gleaming. Ulfstead Station House. The station house must have been built a few days before Daisy arrived on the island. Ulfstead was a new town on the island of Sodor, and lots of people were settling there. So Sir Topham Hatt took a risk and expanded Thomas's branch line from Forfar to Ulfstead, and Sir Topham Hatt's risk turned out to be a success. The money Sir Topham Hatt gets from Ulfstead Station is half the profit he gets off of Thomas's branch line a year. Wow, what a beautiful station, Daisy said. Then a little girl walked up to Daisy. She held a Daisychain in her hand. Hello, said the little girl shyly. You gave me and the other passengers a very smooth ride today, and I'd like to give you this, said the little girl. She then placed the Daisychain on Daisy's front buffer. Thank you, Daisy said. You're welcome. You deserve it, said the little girl, and then she ran away to find her mother. Then the guard walked up to Daisy. Daisy, we're to head off to Timoth very soon, said the guard. Yes, sir, Daisy said, and the guard walked back into Daisy. And then Daisy left Ulfstead Station.